And welcome back to hiatus to let Dynamics Knights Esports get off the ground of the Formula 2 Championship, and it is raining. Full wet conditions, I'd imagine, for one shot Grand Prix circuit. Should be a fantastic race to reintroduce the championship. Tell you what, we'll look on board with Romy Alonso. This is his first race, I believe, in the championship. Look at it, it's absolutely pouring down at the moment. Remember these fellas. Oh, disqualified from the section. Zach, for driving the wrong way. Oh dear. Coming onto the Wellington straight now, coming into Brooklands. Banana cake pie as well. Two disqualifications. Canty Crash retired from the session. Oh my goodness me, Banana cake pie was disqualified as well. Oh my goodness. 15 drivers here today, which isn't too bad. Should coming through Cops Corner, which would be incredibly difficult in these conditions, but even worse so, Maggots and Beckett. At the moment, it's been very smooth from Alonso. Into Chapel, very smooth, very nice. Only P5 according to the leaderboard. And at the moment, our leading two drivers in the championship, Toddster 99 and Jay Schmidt, currently 1 and 2 on the leaderboard. Have to wait and see when they cross the line. Coming into the chicane, then into Club Corner, which is going to be very difficult in these conditions. Oh, and sideways across the line, and Alonso, it's P3. But P1 is Toddster 99, a 1 minute 56.080. He is 0.3 of a second quicker than Aussie Rizzy Rick. Schmidt jumps down to P4, a 57.072. That puts him onto the second row. That will end a slightly eventful one-shot qualifying. You don't really expect to see too much in this session, but regardless. Toddster 99 gets pole position and the 4 points that come along with it. Rizzy Rick starts in P2, 0.3 of a second behind Toddster. Romy Alonso, first race in the Formula 2 Championship to my knowledge, starts in third place on the second row. Schmidt P4, Breno P5, Very Lazy Tail P6, Blocky Rex P7, the Very Angry Sidepod P8, Semi-Pro P9, Reedy P10, Conehouse rounds out the finishing drivers from qualifying. Zach, Alcatraz, Canty Crap, and Banana Cake Pie, all of them disqualified themselves during the lap. They will start 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th. Okay, so it's not the wet conditions from qualifying. It appears to be nice and dry. However, there are some clouds about, so might see some intermediate conditions later in the race. Who knows? This is the UK after all, notorious for wet weather racing, or just wet weather in general, really. As the drivers are now starting to ready up, getting ready for the feature race in the Formula 2 Championship here at Silverstone. Now, in this race, drivers have to do a mandatory pit stop, so I would like to see what tyres they're on. Okay, this is interesting. So pretty much everyone is on the softs, as the engine audio in this. Ooh, that's a search. Audio settings. There's barely any engine audio. Turn it up a little bit. That's a bit better. Tops to 99 from pole position. He will start on the hard compound tyre. Interesting choice from Todster. Only him and Schmidt, the closest championship rival to Todster. He's also on the hards, but that's it. Everyone else is on the soft compound tyre. Very, very interesting. Even the guys right at the back. Guys who... Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Oh dear. Drama on the formation lap. Can't do crap, just lighting it up on exit. Oh dear. 15 laps of this 5.89 kilometre circuit. 18 of some of the most historical corners in Formula 1 or in motorsport in general. Of course, this place is famous for hosting the first ever Formula 1 Grand Prix all the way back in 1950. It has created some of the greatest racing we have seen in the history of motorsport. Hopefully, we will see that today in the Formula 2 Championship. Or is it jumping around a little bit? Seems to have sorted itself out a little. Oh, maybe not. As really Rick. Oh my goodness. As everyone goes through each other, as you do. As who's that on the grid? Zach Crichton. Oh dearie me. We've got a lot of fast drivers here today. The two championship contenders. We've got Rizzy Rick. Alonso appears to be very fast. Same with Breno. Lazy Tao comes back from his injury. That is a horrible camera shot. Come on, game. Give me a good one. There we go. We've got 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go here at the feature race at... Oh my goodness me, that's a stopped car on the grid. It's Zach Crichton. He hasn't moved an inch. What on earth is he doing? Oh my goodness me, we've had an enormous incident at turn 1. Rizzy Rick from P2 falls all the way down to 14th place. Oh my goodness me. And I believe someone has damage as well. The two drivers who started on the hard compound... Oh, okay, so Zach's out of it. Full stop. Okay, very strange. Oh, it must have been Romy Alonso, of course. He is missing a front end plate on the left-hand side of his car. Luckily, he is on the soft compound tyre. He can switch to the hards, try and make it to the end. It will be a stint, well, a stint and a half, really, but I'm sure he can do it. Let's just have a quick look at the position changes. Back up to the leaders. Look at this train coming onto the old pit straight into Copse Corner. And at the moment, Todster leads away, and he's opened up an 8/10 margin to Schmidt. Both of these drivers, remember, starting on the hards. And Breno, he is all over the back of Schmidt. Sure, he'll make a move. He's got the slipstream. He's on the softer tyre as well, so he's able to brake slightly later. He's not quite close enough. In fact, Tao might have a go here. Tao with these new pedals, he's turned himself into a sweat machine. He's gained a lot of pace and he sends it up down the inside into the chicane. He can't quite get the job done, but Breno gives him the space. Tao around the outside. Breno appears to be not too pleased from that, and it's jumping around again, but that's okay. Hopefully the drivers on circuit aren't getting that. Let's see, the biggest winner. Oh, hang on. This ain't over yet. Breno and Lazy Tao and Blocky Rex might get into it. These two have had a bit of a coming together in the past week in the Blue Championship race at Sochi. As a result, Blocky Rex got a full qualifying ban. after an incident that he caused, resulting in Breno completely destroying his front wing. Yes, the biggest winner by far and away is Can't Do Crap from 14th on the grid. He's already made his way up into 8th. Romy Alonso down 6 positions from 3rd to 9th. But the biggest loser, undoubtedly, Aussie Rizzy Rick. After having that incident at turn 1, he drops from 2nd to 12th place after making a move on Banana Cake Pie at Cop's Corner. Go back to the tyres. Alonso, it appeared that he had made a move. Oh no, Semi-Pro and Can't Do Crap, those are the two that fighting. Oh, Semi-Pro down the inside at Stowe, and he gets the job done. Can't Do Crap runs wide and gets the position back. Fighting hard, these two. Alonso is going to try and get himself involved in this. Tao now sets the fastest lap he had. Breno, oh, Semi-Pro! He almost loses it coming through Club Corner. Oh my goodness me. Yes, we've got this massive battle pack. You can see it on the mini-map. This massive train of cars. All line astern. Now DRS has been enabled. Just briefly go back up to the leaders. I thought Toddster might have been pulling away, but he hasn't. He hasn't at all. In fact, he's been closed upon by Schmidt and Lazy Tails. He doesn't seem to have the pace at the moment to catch these two in front. Just have to wait and see. It is still early days. A Toddster. Now an 8/10 of a second lead with the very Lazy Tail right in behind. You have to be careful with this circuit. There are a couple of places where you can gather up warnings. Particularly here. Oh, that would have been close for Tao for getting a warning. I bet he's got one there as well. Coming through Chapel onto the hanger straight. DRS wide open and Schmidt doesn't have it. He might have a go here. Tao to the inside at Stowe. Can't quite get the job done. But Schmidt runs wide, leaving himself vulnerable into the chicane. But he has the inside line. And thus holds the position, unless Tao can hold it. Oh, jeez Louise, that was close. And oh, Breno, he's right in this as well. Oh my goodness me, how did he catch that? Oh my goodness. That was awfully close for Breno. Very sideways coming out of the final corner. Oh my goodness me, that was close. As Rizzy Rick comes into the pit lane. Okay, that's a very early stop. And the crew weren't ready for him. What the... No, okay, it's just a glitch. Okay, I was going to say... Banana Cake Pie. Maybe, but I've got a race to do. And as soon as I hit the blue screen, for whatever reason, the audio cuts out. So I might do it in the sort of the in-between race. Alright. So Zach wants an invite. I'll be back. Okay. Oh no, I can't look away from this. Look at this. Yes, alright, I'll invite you, but there's a race. Oh, but there's a race going on at the moment. I can't really look away. Oh my goodness me. I'll invite you in the sprint race. Okay, or when the race dies down a little bit. Because at the moment there's all this battling going on and I don't want to look away. Look at that, he's got a three-way train in behind here. Remember, we use the proper point system in this championship. As Semi-Pro comes into the pits, so he'll switch onto the hard compound tyre. There's 3 of them. As Tao gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, did anyone get a speeding penalty? I didn't get to see. My goodness, it's still battling like crazy. can't do crap, and Alcatraz are now fighting. Right, so we have a few drivers who have made their stops. Romy Alonso would have, he has changed that front wing, so he's now all good to go, but he's lost about 5 seconds in the process. Alcatraz can't do crap, fighting very hard here at the moment. I think I'll be able to get a sneaky invite in, so I'll be back in a second. Ah, there we go. Doesn't appear to have... nothing's really happened at the moment. No one's crashed out. Good. So, looking at the mini-map, there is a battle. Oh my goodness me. Already... Oh, Tao! A 5-second penalty for speed lane. As Zach Crichton decides to join us after deciding... Why did you not take off from the line?
I might have been having some food.
Oh,
maybe.
okay. Right. Because I just saw your car and it was completely and utterly stationary. I'm like, what in God's name are you doing? But yeah, okay, makes sense.
Having some dinner.
Yeah, that makes a bit more sense.
Yeah, alright, so they're in the pits now. Lap 6, okay.
So everyone has decided to come in onto the hards, except for the leading two, Schmidt and Todster. And Todster, at the moment, pulling away a massive margin of 2.5, almost 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, he's driving very well as Todster, that's for sure.
At the moment, see if we can't find a battle.
Well, Breno's all over Victoria's tower.
Yeah, have a look at this. Battle for P3. And at the moment, Breno, Two of DRS. Not quite gaining as much as I thought he might down the straight. That's very curious.
Yeah, because the DRS should be very useful, especially in these cars. Very strong. Yeah, I thought it might have been a bit stronger as well.
Yeah, that's a bit strange, but I guess Breno doesn't have to worry too much, as Lazy Tao has, I believe, 8 seconds worth of penalties to his name. So.
Tao's been struggling with that lately in a few races.
Yeah, I have noticed that as well. He's just been gathering a lot of penalties very recently, and it's cost him a lot of races.
Yeah, it has.
Too.
It's cost him podiums and wins lately, so hopefully he can get on top of that.
Well, at this stage, it's going to cost him another podium and potentially another place. Ridley Rick is only 6 seconds behind, so yeah, Tao, you sort of shot yourself in the foot here, buddy. That's very unfortunate. No, Breno hanging around that half a second mark. Well, this is the first time in a Formula 2 race where I've actually had a co-commentator. So I would actually like to get a proper racer's opinion about these cars. Like, how difficult is it to drive these things in comparison?
These cars are quite difficult, I must say. Like, they tend to have no front grip and rear grip, so yeah, they're quite tricky, especially when passing, because when you try to chuck them from move.
Oh, Breno, no way!
Oh, beautiful move!
What a move!
Oh, that was absolutely fantastic.
That was... Oh my goodness.
I was not expecting that.
Where did that come?
What's that? Turn 4, I think.
Yeah, that was a brilliant move. Just Tao made a small mistake at turn 3 and Breno just capitalised on it, and I think that's another warning for Tao. Definitely all four.
Breno didn't slide or nothing, so yeah, he did that very well.
Very good move. But yeah, I have noticed how difficult these cars are to drive, just the lack of aero, the lack of grip in general.
Especially mid-turn as well. The front end just wants to push wide, as we can see by Tao as well. Bruce, that fast turn there, but quite difficult these cars are.
These cars might be difficult to drive, but it seems they're quite popular with you fellas.
Yeah. It's a great break as well. Oh, I'd say it's mainly because, I don't know, we just get sick of racing the Formula 1 car.
Fair enough.
All the other leagues.
Oh,
It's just great
crash!
to have
Crash! I can't believe it! Can't do crap and semi-pro into the wall at Maggots and Beckett's. Oh my goodness me! How are you two not dead? I mean, seriously, you went in there at like 200 miles an hour, and all you get is a broken front wing. Are you kidding?
Oh,
Semi-pro has decided to retire.
He's retired. He chucked the towel in a bit early on that one.
Oh my goodness me! They just...
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, we got a battle for P9 as well, Smeg.
Oh yeah, oh, look at that.
Tony, House, Banana and Romy here.
3 cars all battling for P9, and we do have one for P7 as well that might turn into a good one. Alcatraz and Cypod.
Oh yeah, that'll be very interesting to watch. So is it P8 becomes pole, is it?
P8 becomes pole. Yes, of course.
Okay, yeah.
So, ooh, what does Alcatraz do? Will he fight for the position, or will he hold on to P8?
Yeah, we might see a little bit of strategy come in here. I reckon between these two guys here, might start playing some games, wanting that P1 starting position.
Very, very interesting to see.
Oh yeah,
can't do
just
crap.
over halfway.
Having to replace his front wing after, well, to put it lightly, he full on crashed into that wall. Holy moly! Oh, Banana. Oh my goodness me! Coming onto the old pitch straight.
Lonzo got it done. I think he has just. That was very close.
That was very close. Oh my goodness me! They're battling for the final point scoring position.
Yep.
Greenhouse, 3 seconds. Yeah, oh my goodness me.
Oh! As Cypod is getting past as well. Is he? Yeah.
Yep.
Alcatraz made that move, hasn't
Alcatraz wanting to move forward, trying to gain position.
Yep.
So
we'll probably see his side maybe just settle in here, think smart about P1.
Oh, hang on, Alcatraz got a horrible run.
Or maybe not.
Here we go, into turn 1, 2 and 3. Will Cypod have a go down the inside?
Or a little bit of mid-corner understeer there.
Hard on the brakes. No, he's not quite close enough. Like, you said it previously, these cars seem to have a lot of understeer.
Yeah.
Mid-corner, and yeah, Cypod demonstrated that beautifully, really.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if his side's listening to us as well, so he's probably taking on these advice as well, staying in P8 maybe. So we'll see if he's listening.
If he stays in P8, he starts on pole. So
exactly right, he's in the box seat for the sprint race.
And Schmidt! Oh my goodness, Schmidt!
Oh, speeding, pit lane.
Such an easy thing to do.
Exactly, and especially around here because it's 60 k's as well. Where most
60 k's. It catches you out so easily.
Exactly. I've done it here many times. It's very hard to see the line as well. Just come to the pit lane here. Probably the worst pit lane, I'd say, for me.
Fair enough. I mean, yeah, the 60k thing always catches me out at this place. But yeah, Schmidt has sort of shot himself in the foot. 5-second penalty.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, so Talon and Breno are still going at it. It's the same gap. Breno just can't get close enough to make a move again.
I just noticed the gap has opened up a bit between Breno and
Talon's got his foot down. I'll check the penalties and I'll let you know on that.
Oh, Tal. Wait, wait. Breno was in front of Tal. How on earth did Tal get...
he was, that's right, yeah.
What happened to Breno? I wonder.
He must have made a slight error, maybe.
Has he got damage? Give me a better camera view, Codemasters. That's a bit better.
I'm not sure if Tao served his speeding in pit lane, did he? Or not?
No, he hasn't.
I'm not too sure about that one. Okay, so that's up to 8 seconds for him on penalties. Yeah, so he's at 8 seconds.
When you speed in the pit lane, you don't instantly serve the 5 seconds.
Yeah.
You have to do another stop.
And we got Breno, I think 1 or 2 warnings. So Breno's looking in the box seat here. He can just chill, no need to fight too aggressive. Just play it safe, play it smart. Dude, look at Todd stuff. 32 seconds up, but I don't think he stops, has he? That gap will come down.
Also, I better make sure, because I haven't asked. You've got voice share on, don't you? It's coming up.
Should be.
I hope so. I hope so. I don't want to be sounding like a rape lunatic for a couple of them. No, you're on the stream. I can hear you.
Yep.
Okay. James Cruz has joined. Yay. The Super Trooper who never gives up.
Yep. James Cruz. Great bloke. Tough competitor. Always shows up. He's no assists.
Have a go at this. Breno is losing a lot of time, but it doesn't
he must
appear.
Have damage or something.
Well, looking at his front wing, he doesn't. He might have a line green, but I can't really tell. Like, he had plenty of pace to the point where he kept up quite easily with Tao, but now Rizzy Rick is starting to catch him.
Tires as well, yeah.
Yeah, with the same age and everything. So
I feel like Toddy could be in trouble here. Smith's closed up now, 30.5 seconds. So we'll see when Toddy pits.
Well, surely he has to be pitting now, and he does. Or break, and he makes it. So he doesn't have the 5 seconds next to his name.
We'll see how close Smith will be.
I reckon it'll be pretty close.
Yeah, I think it will. Because like looking at the gap, 30 seconds you'll be like, oh, Toddy's easy to come out, but you have to remember, Formula 2, the pit stops are quite long. So.
Oh, Sidepod! Oh my goodness me! Heart and mouth moment for Sidepod. I was just looking back because Alonso was gaining rapidly on Sidepod, and he gets.
I think Sidepod might be missing.
He is right hand side.
Maybe if I just saw.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right.
He'll be kicking himself. There goes P1. He will not be happy at all. Toddy, P2.
Yep.
Got him.
But Schmidt's got the 5 seconds next to his name, and Todster's got fresher tyres, so...
Toddy's on the soft. So was Toddy on the hard for the first sim, was it?
Yeah. Both Schmidt and Todster were on the hard. Everyone else was on the soft.
Yeah, these fresh softs will make a massive gain, especially in these cars when there's not much downforce. Definitely notice the fresher tyre will be a much better gain all that time.
And we've been talking about that. Renault has now clawed back to within a second of Tao. It's been very topsy-turvy for the last spot on the podium.
Yeah.
And Rizzy Rick, he's not too far behind us either, so...
Yeah, Rizzy Rick is charging up to these two.
Oh, as I say that, he has a massive slide. Wow, that was a massive slide. And he loses a couple of tenths of a second because of it.
Oh, Tao's very wide.
Here we go. Rizzy Rick 3 seconds. Oh, he shot himself in the foot. Breno,
look at Toddy. Toddy's all over the back of Smith already. As I said with the first tyres, massive gain. He's probably going to look for the finish line. Here he is, around the outside. I think he's got this one.
Yep, he's got
Side pod contact. Ooh, easy.
Very nicely done.
Oh, Tal and Brenner going at it now.
Oh, here we go. At the same spot. Here we go. Fantastic.
This is helping Rizzy Rick.
Oh, and Breno, massive tank slapper. Wow.
Holy moly.
And he's in trouble. He loses P4 to Rizzy Rick. Oh, not quite. They're side by side through turn 1. Oh, come on, Codemasters. Get me a better camera angle than that. Oh, my goodness me, that's horrible. Oh,
I'm loving the aggression from Breno here.
Coming into turn 4. No, surely not around the outside. He can't get that done.
Surely. Oh, he's going to put the power down very nice. Who's got DRS? Probably Breno. Make sure Breno doesn't pick up a
Oh, no, Breno just does.
He's got it. Yeah, Breno's driving very well. I'm loving these moves.
Yes, he's been very aggressive tonight.
Yeah, he has.
Controlled aggression. He hasn't bumped into anyone.
Right.
He's been very smooth and very controlling. Yeah, absolutely fantastic between those two.
Rizzy Rick's coming back.
Oh, not there. Oh, hang on.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I don't know
Very
about
nice
that.
run. Whoa.
This
Very
is what we love
close.
Formula 2 racing. It develops racing like this. Oh my goodness
Exactly.
me. Rizzy Rick and Breno are fighting as if their lives depending on it. And Tal's just walking away from them.
Yeah.
He's now got a
Yeah, Tal
2-second
needs this
margin.
gap, doesn't he? Tal needs all he can get with those penalties he's picked up, so...
Well, if these two keep fighting, if these two get into an incident where they lose a whole heap of time, Tal will easily get P3.
Oh, was he Rick searching all over the back there,
He
Breno?
is weaving all over the back of him.
He could get it done here on the power.
Better drive.
Oh, the inside curve is very dangerous there. Quite easy to lose the rear. I just held onto it. This is great racing from these two, Smeg.
Oh my goodness me, it's absolutely fantastic. Through 1 and 2, coming into the hairpin. Rizzy Rick locking up both brakes, but Breno runs slightly wide. But he gets a good enough, compromises the run into turn 4. Rizzy Rick gets a better run, he'll get DRS as well.
Yeah, so I think he could make light work of Breno here, maybe.
Oh,
See, Breno's...
weaves to the left, he weaves to the right.
Oh, he's going to leap inside. Very sketchy this corner to make a move. Quite easy to make contact and spin.
That's been very good from these two. Rizzy Rick will just slot back in behind Breno coming onto the old pit straight. Oh, and Breno gets a horrendous run.
Surely not around the outside.
Oh, not a Cop's corner. You don't want to do it at Cop's corner.
Not a Cop's. Ooh,
he'll get the switch back, but Breno parks it on the apex. Rizzy Rick had nowhere to go. Coming into Maggots and Beckett's. They're weaving all over the circuit. It's absolutely fantastic. Now coming into Chapel. Rizzy Rick will get DRS. Will he have a look? Oh my goodness.
Oh, Breno!
Breno's gone! And he's gone!
Breno's lost it. No,
he's gone!
No, he's in the wall. Oh,
broken
no.
front wing as well. Oh, they were battling so hard, and I noticed Breno. Again, that mid-corner understeer. And he went out onto the grass.
Oh, Breno's going to lose. Oh, Breno's gone again. No. Oh, he's going to be kicking himself. That would have been a great starting position there.
Oh, tell you what, Todd's just started the last lap of the race as well. That was lap 14. He was on for a P3 there, and the battle cost him.
Poor Breno, but he's got the racecraft, that's for sure.
100%.
So he'll fight through.
It was a brilliant display of racing with him and Lazy Tail and him and Rizzy Rick. It was fantastic to watch. But who's been fantastic not to watch because he's just dominated is Todster 99. He's opened up a margin of 4 seconds. He's coming into Cop's corner. Last lap of the race, it's been just...
Driving superb is Todster. Oh, he picks up a 3-second time penalty.
He doesn't have to worry too much.
Nah.
Lap traffic, they Ghost, good to see.
Yeah, Todster's improved a lot recently. Very impressive with straight craft and pace. Very, very, very great drives lately, so we'll wrap this one up. Smith's got a puncher. Smith has a puncher.
Smith?
Front left.
You're right, he does have a puncher. Oh, but he's got a massive gap to Lazy Tail.
I think he'll be able to hang on to this, as long as he doesn't drop it. That is weird. Those shouldn't have been too good.
That's one of the few times where I've seen a puncher.
I think he's got away with it though, for P2 here.
As Todster wins the feature race here at Silverstone, a superb drive.
Awesome job.
Schmidt, I think, will come home P2 with a puncher. He's got the 5-second unserved, but so does Tao. I think Rizzy Rick will get P3 here. Tao comes home across the line P3 and Rizzy Rick pips him.
Great battles throughout there, Smeg. It was great to watch.
It was fantastic to watch. Wow. Alcatraz home P5, Blocky Rex P6, Alonso P6. Schmidt has left the session. What on earth happened to him?
Oh, that's right. Smith did have to head out, so unfortunately we won't see him back in action for race 2 very shortly. But
he'll be happy enough with P2, but
yeah, it will be.
And poor Romy Alonso Actually,
The cone.
I need to say this because I've completely forgotten, and I can't believe I've forgotten. Rizzy Rick got involved in an incident at lap 1 where he got spun round and sent all the way down to last. He recovered
Really?
to 3rd.
Great
How
pace
in
there.
God's name did he
That's
do
incredible.
that?
And
He
kept
got-
his nose clean. That's very great job there by Rizzy Rick. So
Effectively last to
Happy
3rd from Rizzy Rick. My goodness.
so that could be a challenge for Toddster then, maybe. See in race 2.
I hope so.
Let's see.
And here we go, the top 3 for the feature race here at Silverstone. Oh, that was a feature race, and typically the sprint races are way more chaotic. So
Yep.
strap yourselves in, folks. We're in for a show here.
Yep. And I'll be off the back as well, Smeg.
Oh, okay, so you'll be racing and commentating.
I'll mute my mic, and then if you want to ask me questions or whatever, or just see how I'm going, you can just ask me.
Righto. That'll be...
And then, yeah, just check in, I'll give you a race update of how it's all going out.
Very interesting. So, top 3. Toddster wins with fastest lap, so he'll get 27 points. Schmidt P2, who unfortunately has to leave, will get P2. Rizzy Rick, a superb recovery to get 3rd and 15 points. Lazy Towel in P4, Alcatraz P5. Romy Alonso also having an incident on lap 1, having to change his front wing. He recovers to finish a very good P6. Blocky Rex P7. Conehouse P8, but critically will start on pole position for the sprint race.
Yep.
Sidepod P9 and Banana Cake Pie rounds out the point scoring finishes. Right. Sprint race time.
Yep. Straight into it.
Now, like I said
Toddster
before,
will be P8, won't he?
yeah, Toddster will be P8. He'll have all the work to do in this race. And it's clear. Absolutely clear. No chance of wet weather.
So, yeah. Hards for this one.
Yep. No need for a mandatory pit stop.
No pit stop.
So if you want to gain positions, it's pretty much through outright pace.
Yep.
Should be a good one. Drivers just fine-tuning their setups, I'd imagine. Just having to wait for the counter to count down to 0. This is going to be a cracker, I think. The sprint races tend to be amazing, and if that was a feature race, I don't know what this is going to be like as we start up the warm-up lap here at the sprint race at Silverstone. So yeah, everyone's on the hards, no one electing to do a one-stop. Very smart thing to do. So we'll keep it on position change for this race. Chuck on the telemetry. So yes, Conehouse will start on pole position with Blocky Rex in P2. Romy Alonso, I believe he qualified 3rd for the feature race, and he finished P6, so he starts 3rd for the sprint race. Alcatraz P4, Lazy Tail P5, Aussie Rizzy Rick P6. Toddster will start on the 8th grid slot, but Schmidt is missing, so he's technically P7. Very Angry Sidepod P8, Banana Cake Pie P9, Reedy P10, Can't Do Crap will start 11th. Breno, after having a superb race that unfortunately came to a very unfortunate conclusion, really. Just understeered at Chapel and out onto the grass, and he spun himself around, but he demonstrated that he has very good racecraft, having those brilliant battles with Tal and Rizzy Rick. He'll start from 13th. Semi-pro, well, technically 12th actually. 13th is semi-pro. Zach, my co-commentator, he will be racing. He will start from 14th on the grid. I expect he's going to catapult himself up the leaderboard.
Yeah, we'll try our best.
We'll have to wait and see. And James Cruz as... Was that Breno? No, it wasn't. It can't be crap going out on the good grass. James Cruz will start on the last place on the grid, and he spins it! He spins it on the hanger straight! On the warm-up! lap. Oh my dearie me. Chaos before the race has even started. Oh my dearie me. This is going to be one hell of a show. Drivers are now lining back onto the grid. Ready for the 11 laps here at Silverstone. Oh boy. This is going to be... I think this might be one of the races of the season. We'll just have to wait and see. Here we go. James Cruz, the last car. No, it's not. Can't do crap. It's the last car on the grid. He will line up in his respective position. We saw Chaos lap 1. Will we see it again with the reversed grid? Oh, this is a good one. Good camera shot. And here we go. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go here at Silverstone. And oh my goodness, Rick, what a launch off the line. Absolutely superb. Here they go, coming into turn 1. Are we going to see an insert? Yes, we do. Who is that? Is that Brenner? No, it's not. It can't do crap. He has lost it. He has lost it at turn 1. Drops down to last place. Oh, and who's that? Is that Zach? It is Zach. Zach, you've already bottled it, mate. Oh my goodness me. At turn 3. Oh, I expect you're not going to stay there for long, though. Oh my goodness.
This first lap car is just didn't get like enough
and
room,
Breno, my goodness me, that was a move on side, but in contact. But Breno just sent it down the inside of turn 6 at Brooklands. My goodness me, that was a brilliant move from him. And Rick has already made his way up to 3rd place. He's already in the top 3. Conehouse leads the way, has a half a second margin. As all the drivers coming off the old pit straight into Cops Corner. Breno, the biggest winner off that first lap by far. From 13th up to 8th, he's already in the point scoring positions. Oh my goodness, so very lazy tail end. Toddster side by side at Chapel. Alcatraz having a poor run, very vulnerable to Tal, coming into Stowe. But Alcatraz seems to have a very nice straight line car. He's got good straight line speed. Already Breno's onto the back of this. His tail runs wide. We're coming into the chicane as we complete lap 1. Conehouse leads the way. Half a second to Alonso. Rizzy Rick in P3. Blocky Rex P4. Toddster up 3 positions into P5. Very Lazy Tail P6. Alcatraz P7 with Breno right in behind. I think he's going to have a crack here at turn 3. Alcatraz doesn't go defensive, so Breno's going to send it. Tao locks up into turn 3 and gets a poor run. But Alcatraz, he's not giving up. He's still on the inside, but Breno will get a better run. And he will get P7. He'll be in a very angry mood. So he'll be taking every opportunity given to him. Moves himself up into P7 as teammates are now fighting Semi-Pro and Banana Cake Pie. And Zach's right in behind this as well, so he might take advantage of this. Might snare another 2 positions. Looking back towards the front of the field. Sector 2 yellow flags. It appears to be Can't Do Crap. It's one of the Dams cars, I think it is. Romy Alonso is now right up the gearbox of Conehouse, coming through Maggots and Beckett's. Now coming into Chavel. Look at this. 4 cars, all of them line astern with Toddster not too far behind. Who is that? Oh my goodness me, that is an enormous accident. Conehouse, Blocky Rex. My goodness me, what on earth happened there? Oh, and who's that in the background? That's Reedy into the back of Conehouse as well. 3 cars now in that incident. I don't know what happened there, but oh my goodness, the leader is out. He's down 10 positions in 11th place. Alcatraz now starting to gain back on Breno. So what was the battle for P1 between Conehouse and Romy Alonso is no more. Happened to him, but he's had an almighty crash with Blocky Rex. resulting in both of them falling down the leaderboard. Now Alonso leads away, but he has pressure as Blocky, I think, retires. No, Reedy retires from the session. Okay. I don't know what happened with Reedy. I thought maybe he thought that the car ghosted, so he was going to drive through him. But the car didn't ghost. Plowed straight into the back of him. My goodness me, that is an enormous crash. Looking back at this, now Zach is all over the back of Semi-Pro, coming into Maggots and Beckett. Oh, Semi-Pro goes slightly defensive. Reedy has left the session. Yeah, it's very unfortunate for him. But what happened? Sidepod's not too far ahead as well. Semi-Pro has DRS. Oh, look at the straight line speed that Semi-Pro has in comparison to Zach. Gaining plenty of speed. Oh, side by side. Oh, and Semi-Pro! He's lost it by himself! Spun round at Stowe. He didn't need that. He was in a very good position. Was going to score points. He's left the session. He's had enough. Car's ghosted. Now Zach, he's right in behind Sidepod, coming into turn 1. Oh, there's a little bump. Or there might have been another little bump. Now he might have a look down the inside here at 3. A bit of a lock up. Sidepod gives him space. Coming into turn 4. Oh, there might have been contact. I think there's definitely contact. And Sidepod! He's around! He's around! Coming out of turn 4 into turn 5. Dearie me. He has to be careful now, those tyres. They're going to have horrible temperature. They're going to have horrible pressure. Keeps the car controlled. Blocky Rex gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Just to add extra salt into the wound. And Sidepod retires from the session. I can't believe it. Just had some side-to-side, side-by-side contact with Zach. Oh, and now I'm watching this battle between Tao and Alcatraz. Tao nearly cuts across Alcatraz's nose and takes him out. Thankfully, he didn't do that. And an on-2 hanger. Great. And Alcatraz is going to get him easy around the outside into Stowe. It's a fairly regulation move, but Tal isn't having any of it. He sends it down the inside, but gets a horrible run in the process and loses the position to Alcatraz. He's not close enough to make a move into the chicane, but Alcatraz, he decides to make a fool of himself. Oh, he gets a horrible run. Oh, Tal save it, and he does. How on earth does he save that? Oh, and Zach, hello, where did you come from? Down the inside into 1, what a move! I was too busy riding on board with Tal, and then you suddenly came into it. Oh my goodness me. And you're still side by side, coming into turn 3, now coming into turn 4. Oh, you're still down the inside, and there's contact between the two. And Tal, he's missing an end plate. Oh my goodness me. He must have lost it when he hit the back of Alcatraz coming through the chicane. As Zach gains another position into P6. Tal with that end plate problem, he's not going to be able to fight back. Oh, he goes into the back of Zach! He goes into the back of him! Am I right in saying that? Did he go? Did he drive?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness me, Tal, what on earth? Oh, it's all happening at once, and I haven't even looked for the battle for the lead yet. Rizzy and Alonso, they're currently half a second between the two. DRS wide open. Rizzy got the slipstream, got the DRS. He might have a look here down the inside at Stowe. Will he? He's gaining, but not quite close enough. He'll slot him behind, but he understeers at the mid-corner, allowing Alonso to get a better run. Now coming into the chicane, he's now opened the gap back up. About 0.4 of a second. Fantastic between those two at the moment. Going back down the leaderboard, Breno has moved himself into P4, up 9 positions. It's been a superb race from him. Now Alcatraz in P5, Zach. After having that little
we'll try and catch back up to him.
My goodness, Tal just went square
Yeah,
into
he's
the back
probably
of it.
trying to make me say something on stream. Probably.
Side potted left the
yeah.
section. It appears that Rick has made another mistake. He's lost about half a second. He's coming on to the Wellington straight into Brooklands. He's gained it back with the DRS. Excuse me. Todster, he's found himself into P3 from 8th on the grid. Alrighty. And Zach, he's now right up Tal's backside once more. Little tank slapper coming out of Woodcote, I believe it is. No, Luffield. I always get those two confused. Oh, you're not going to look around. Oh, and Tal!
He's
Tal is racing hard here. He's racing very hard. Oh, he pushes you off the second. What on earth is this man doing? He's an absolute lunatic. Tal is not giving him any space. He is not giving him the space. Oh, this isn't going to end out well. 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And there goes Tal. Zach, he feels very sorry for the man and he limps him back through. Zane, oh my goodness me. James Cruz has got a 3-second time penalty. Zach might have a look here down the inside at Stone. No, he won't. He'll pull back in behind. Oh my goodness me, you fellas are giving me a workout tonight. Oh my goodness. Now, the leaders are still fine. Oh, I can't look away from this. Zach and Lazy Tail still side by side. Through the chicane into club corner. Right on board. He's now right in behind, coming into turn one. Tal, running onto the grass. He's not going to be able to make any sort of move into turn 3. That might be the battle.
See if we can catch up to P5 here.
The gap at the moment, 5 seconds. You've got
5 seconds. Right.
And you've got 4 and a bit laps to catch up. Tal taking very unorthodox lines through these corners. Simply because of that broken front wing, he just doesn't have the grip, doesn't have the downforce to help him. And currently Banana Cake Pie seems to be gaining on him as well. So this battle might continue, but now in the form of Lazy Tal and Banana Cake Pie, as Tal gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And this is where Tal will hurt the most. Through Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel, he loses so much time because he doesn't have the aerodynamic grip anymore. Banana a bit wide, but he controls. I think that's James. Yes, it is. As Romy Alonso sets the fastest lap of the race, a 1 minute 42.623 on the hard compound tyre. Oh my goodness. Banana Cake Pie, 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. As Tal, oh okay, he comes in. He's had enough. So the battle for P7 is no more. But Zach is gaining massively now, 3.1 seconds with 4 laps to go. It was 5 seconds the lap before. He's gained 2 seconds in that lap. Holy shit, that's fast.
Yeah, we'll see if we can catch up. We've got some great pace and nice rhythm going at the moment, so let's see if we can keep this going and try and catch up, but see what happens.
Well, if you manage to catch up, you'll make the most positions out of anybody. Currently, you're on equal terms with Brenner. He's made up 9 positions, so have you. So if you manage to catch up...
skin in. It's hard racing.
Oh my goodness me. Absolutely brilliant, but it seems to have died down a little bit. Rizzy Rick just not having the pace! Oh, as I say that, he spins! He spins at Chapel! Oh, I can't believe it! He was in a comfortable second, and he loses 2 positions. He might lose 3 if he's not careful. Oh, he's got absolutely no speed coming onto the hangar straight. Alcatraz climbing up through the gears into 6, closing on 300 kilometers per hour. The gap between the two is now less than a second. Rizzy Rick is very vulnerable here. He would have absolutely ruined tyre pressure. some grass on the tyre as well. Really temperatures. Oh dearie me, a comfortable second. He's now lost it. He's now out of the podium places as well. Breno moves himself into third and Todster into second place. Romy Alonso has now got an incredibly comfortable lead of 3 seconds to Todster. As Zach is now gaining on Alcatraz, and he's got DRS as well.
Yeah.
Coming in.
Caught up here. See if we can make light work of him and try and go for Wizzy Rick, I think, in P4.
Now coming through Luffield into Woodcote, then onto the old pit straight. See, Alcatraz just doesn't have the pace.
He's starting to learn how to drive these cars as well. Just trying to adjust how much throttle I'm applying, my turning points, my braking, just a few things like that.
Because of the completely different F1 cars.
Yeah, so different.
Alcatraz 3 seconds for his name now. Yeah, you can see Alcatraz.
Patient mid-corner, try and get a nice exit here.
Oh, this is going to be low.
Use all the slipstream as he weaves just to try and break that a little bit. The crew's up the inside here. Let's check in the mirror just to check that we're past him in cockpit. Breathe the gas on out of here. Very easy to lose the rear.
There you go, folks. An overtake. Only on DRS it seems. Very clinical overtake from Zach. See if he can hunt down Rizzy Rick. He's got 2 seconds. Needs a second a lap. But Rizzy Rick, he'll be in his very angry mode after that incident. As we have sector 3 yellows. I think that's a very lazy tail, is it? No, it's Conehouse. Unbelievable. Conehouse, after having that massive accident on the first lap, or in the first few laps. Conehouse retires? Are you kidding? You're in a point scoring position and you retire. Oh my goodness. It's handed 8th place to Semi-Pro, who isn't in the session. Country Crap isn't in the session, so it will go to the very lazy tail. He will score 1 point. After having that brilliant and questionable exchange with Zach, he will actually score a point. Country Crap, Semi-Pro are not in the session, so the 1, 2 and 3 yellow flags. Hang on a minute. Oh, it's James. Okay. At Chapel, currently in 13th place. Oh my goodness me.
1.4 seconds to gap now, Smeg.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Gained half a second. As soon as you get within that second range. Oh boy. Sector 3 yellows, James Cruz has retired. Very few times I've seen him do that. So we will have, if Blocky Rex is still in the session, and he is, we will have technically 9 finishes. So
42.085 I did there. Fastest lap, pushing really hard.
Gap is now down underneath a second.
Oh, locked up. See if we can bring it back.
You'll get DRS though, I think. The DRS detection zone is at the entrance into turn 3, so you'll be able to recover some of that. Down the hangar straight, coming into Brooklands. Gained almost 0.2 of a second on Rizzy Rick. Rizzy Rick. I'm sure he has a penalty as well, so I think he will get P4 even if he can't overtake him.
We'll try and get him on track. Try and throw him a shaky.
It's always better to get him on track.
Exactly.
Coming through Cops Corner, the 2 of you.
Oh, as I pick up a penalty myself.
Oh, here we go, so it has to be on circuit. The game sort of made its own decision. Through Maggots and Beckett's, and you see Rizzy Rick just doesn't quite have the speed. Now coming on to the hangar straight. I'll have to look away briefly as Romy Alonso is coming through the final corners. Zach isn't quite close enough. He might have a go at the chicane, but Romy Alonso will win here at Silverstone. He wins the sprint race, his first race win in Formula... No, he doesn't! Todster gets him at the line! Oh, I can't believe it. The penalties took over. Oh, dearie me. I was going to congratulate Alonso on a very superb drive. Oh, my goodness.
Almost.
That was very close between you two. Holy moly.
Half a tenth there.
Oh, so Todster wins because of penalties. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I think I got another penalty as well going across the line there wide.
Yeah, the gap between you two is now 3 seconds, so you must have.
So must have, yeah. So Todster, winning that one on penalties, was it?
Yep, Romy Alonso crosses the line first, but Todster from 8th place will win the race. Oh my goodness me, he's going to have a massive lead now. It's going to be next to impossible to catch him in the Drivers' Championship. The defending champ might actually defend his championship, so I have to wait and see. No, a superb drive from you and Breno particularly, making up 10 places each in that race.
Yeah, and besides the spin early on and the stuff with Tower, it's not a bad... I'll take that. It's good.
Solid 5th place. Some points to go against your name.
Yep.
So how about that? Todster gets the clean sweep. Pole, wins the feature race and wins the sprint race as well.
Awesome job.
Oh, dearie me. It's going to be almost impossible to catch him. But this is motorsport and anything can happen. So
exactly.
It's not over just
crazier things have happened in the past, so
absolutely.
Never know. So Toddy's gotta just stay calm, just keep trying to chip away at this title. Just do as many points as he can, but
But what a great duo of races. Some of the best racing I think I've seen in some time.
Yep.
Formula 2, it just delivers. It's just fantastic to watch.
Yep.
Todster wins with Romy Alonso P2. Breno, a superb P3 from 13th to 3rd. Rizzy Rick, after being in a comfortable 2nd, bottles it at Chapel and he drops down to 4th. Zach, a superb recovery from you from 15th with the spin to 5th and fastest lap, so you'll get 8 points. Alcatraz 6th, Banana K Pie 7th, and Semi Pro actually doesn't get 8. It goes to the very lazy Tao. He was the last driver who was actually in the game to finish. Oh, a great couple of races. It always delivers in Formula 2. It's always fantastic to watch. But wow, the first time I've actually had a co-commentator in Formula 2 as well, and it just has to be one of the best drivers that Australia has to offer. It's an absolute pleasure to have you alongside me tonight, Zach. Thank you very much for joining me.
Cheers, thanks for having me.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will end round 7 of the DRS Formula 2 Championship. Tune in on Sunday night for the Green Championship, where we go to Shanghai, China for the Chinese Grand Prix and round 8 of the Green DRS Championship. Until then, I've been the Smeg. My co-commentator tonight has been Zach Crichton. Thank you all so much for watching, and good night.